Many people are writing online, it wasn't even close. Ramon Dino, he won by a mile. He won by 1 point. And open bodybuilding, frankly, this surprised me. If Hattie had managed to bring the same package he brought at the evening finals in prejudging, he would have been the Mr. Olympia champion. Coach Greg, and today we're going to be going over the aftermath of the Olympia. We're going to be looking over the scorecards to show you exactly how close it really was in several of the different categories. And so let's start off with men's classic physique, of which there was a 1 point difference. That's how close it was. Now, many people are writing online, it wasn't even close. Ramon Dino, he won by a mile. He won by 1 point. And in case you didn't know this, classic physique is only judged in the morning. Regardless of how good you come back at night, it doesn't matter, as The Rock used to say.
It doesn't matter!
All that posing that was done in the evening finals, all the comparisons that were going on, they already had decided their winner, and it was in fact Ramon Dino who barely edged out Mike Sommerfeld with a 1 point difference. Now, what does this mean? To me, it means that the direction of classic physique is going for what the spectators, the audience, and what the people want. Rather than just saying the best bodybuilder on stage wins, which my view is that it was in fact Mike Sommerfeld, they went for the most aesthetic, the most pleasing, and overall the most desirable physique. That is how they should judge men's classic physique, and so I'm very happy with the Olympia who have chosen to go in this direction. Also, I want to just point out this was very unfortunate. As a result of the Olympia, as a result of so many people trying to improve for the night show, we're now sold out of Turk Platinum. I mean, I can't blame them, everyone rushing out to get it. And so we're out of Turk Platinum. This was the most premium, the most expensive, but remember, we still have Turk Builder Max in store. And so if you're interested, code Greg, 15% off. Just want to point out some placings perhaps you haven't seen. You want to know how your favorite athletes placed. We had Breon Ainsley placing 14th, a far cry from his former Mr. Olympia self. But we have new guys coming to the scene. One included Piotr Wojciech. He placed 13th. Logan Franklin in 12th. Matthew Grego, many people's favorite, placed 10th. Justin Badurina placed 9th. Michael DeBull 8th. Matthias Menegate 7th. And Diego Galindo in 6th, who really impressed me, and he is going to move up. And open bodybuilding, frankly, this surprised me once you find out that Derek had won handedly in the morning. Derek, in the prejudging, had a score of 6. That means all but one judge had Derek in first place. Second place with a score of 9 was Hadi Chopin. And so one judge thought that Hadi deserved the Olympia title. Now, in the finals, Hadi Chopin won, but he didn't win by as much as Derek had won in the morning. And so what does this mean? It means that Derek won by 2 points, but that Hadi was the better competitor in the night show. If Hadi had managed to bring the same package he brought at the evening finals in prejudging, he would have been the Mr. Olympia champion. And so that is literally how close this actually was. So close was it that Derek won in the morning, Hadi won in the finals, but Derek beat him overall by 2 points overall. And in prejudging, Andrew Jack was ahead of Samson Dota by 1 point. But in the finals, Andrew Jack handedly was placed third with a perfect score to be third place. He had a score of 15, meaning all the judges had him in third, while Samson Dota had a score of 20, all the judges having him in fourth. And of course, Nick Walker, we knew he would place sixth, with Brandon Curry, a former Mr. Olympia champion, placing 7th. In 8th place, Tony O'Burton, who was peeled, shredded. He simply needs more size. 9th place, William Bonac, who, I'm going to be honest, he seems to have lost or regressed. He seems to have some tears in the muscles. He doesn't have as pretty of a physique. He's one of the shorter guys. He is thickly muscled, but personally, I wouldn't have had him as high as 9. And in 10th place was Good Vito, my opinion, better than William Bonac, but hey, perhaps he'll beat him next year. In 11th place, we have Behruz Tabani, Jordan Hutchinson placing in 12th, and crowd favorite Urs Kalasinski in 13th, edging Regan Grimes in 14th. For next year, I do believe it's wide open for the Mr. Olympia champion. I believe it could be any of probably 5 different individuals that could take home the title. I feel like Nick Walker is probably not at this point in the conversation of being the overall champion, but you never know. It's possible that he could do it if he could bring up the legs, but there are 5 others who placed ahead of him who are going to be gunning for first place. And in men's physique, I believe it was no surprise that Ryan Terry took home his 3rd Olympia title. I feel like Ryan is the perfect blend of a guy who's peeled, shredded with great shape and just enough muscle. There are many competitors bigger than him, but I don't think that bigger is necessarily better. In men's physique, I feel sometimes they're rewarding the guys with a little bit too much size. And so by giving it to Ryan Terry, you're toning down the overall mass a little bit, while still giving it to someone who looks exquisite, especially for a man his age. What you perhaps didn't know is he scored a perfect score, a score of 5. And Ali Balil, a score of 12, only 1 point over 3rd place finisher Brandon Hendrickson, with Aaron Banks placing 4th and Edvin Palmiera in 5th place. Andre Dayu, who looks amazing, could perhaps almost move into classic physique. He placed 7th with Jeremy Bundia, a 4-time champion, I do believe, finishing 8th. In women's bikini, shockingly, last year's winner, Laura Lee, she only placed 6th this year, with the 2nd place finisher from last year placing 5th. And so what I noticed is she looked a lot softer. It's almost as if they had told her, perhaps you should soften the look, perhaps downsize some of the conditioning. We don't want to see quite as much glute hamstrings tie-ins, but in doing so, she was then out of the top 3 and placing 5th and 6th in comparison to last year. This was a bad move. I personally think that with the addition of Fit Model, I expected the conditioning and the size of bikini competitors to actually move up. And so to see that it didn't and move down, the champion, my opinion, she looked like a Fit Model champion. How is next year, how are they going to separate and differentiate Fit Model from bikini when it's literally the exact same thing? Now, the girl who placed 2nd, not my favorite. If I told you I'm dating a top 3 bikini Olympia champion, you would probably think, wow, you have a hot girlfriend. She's not. How are we judging a basic beauty pageant in addition to the physique? I believe the facial aesthetics is also important, and you're going to argue, no, it's all about the physique. If it was all about the physique, why are they getting their hair done? Why are they getting eyelashes? Why are they getting Botox? Why are they getting lip filler? Why are they getting added ponytails? And why do their faces need so much makeup? If it's not about the overall look, the overall look includes the face. And so when I'm judging, if I see a woman who's all wrinkled up from being dehydrated and drawn out, over dieting and so on, I'm penalizing her. The winner of bikini should be hot. You can cancel me if you want. I'm telling you what I think. I believe that the standards should change so that Fit Model and bikini are 2 different divisions, but you should still have to be very, very attractive, or else what's the point of this? My idea of the winner should be who I would put on a magazine cover. If you can't sell a cover, if you don't have the look, whatever that look is, shouldn't be a champion. Personally, and this is my personal opinion, I think that Fit Model is good at the grassroots level. I think that it's important to have a category for natural athletes, perhaps, or girls that don't want to go and take it that far. But I don't think they need pro cards. I mean, why not have Fit Model? Here's the category. You go to your national show, you win, yay, overall champion, but no pro card. There's already enough competitors. The shows go on for days. I mean, there's almost 50, 60 plus competitors in some of these categories at the Olympia. And so why not have less competitors at the Olympia? We don't need Fit Model at the Olympia. Nothing wrong with having it at the grassroots, but hey, start with the Fit Model, and if you win, you can move up into bikini. I see nothing wrong with that. But if the Fit Model winner looks like the Bikini Model winner, then essentially you have the exact same thing. Why not just have bikini short and bikini tall? Hey, but I digress. Almost forgot 212 bodybuilding. Keon Pearson, we knew he was the favorite going in. And when he competed, some people thought, no, it's perhaps Sean Clarida that's going to take home the victory. No, it wasn't even close. It was a clear, dominating victory, and he did in fact have a perfect score. My personal opinion, and don't kill the messenger, is that we don't need 212 bodybuilding. I see that the top guys, the top 4, these guys could place in open bodybuilding. They're that good. They really are truly remarkable. One of the competitors, 21 years of age in the first call out. He's 21. He looks like a mini Derek Lunsford. And so does he really need the 212 class? I mean, I'd rather see it as the 23 and under class, like the young guys, and then they can move up. In the Tour de France, they have 23 and under. It's like junior, whatever. I don't think we need 212. If you're that good, just compete in open. And if you're not that good and you can't compete in open, get better or compete in amateur. I don't think we need a 212 category. I would much rather see classic physique light. I keep preaching about this. Another classic physique category for athletes a little bit smaller, perhaps they're 15 pounds lighter. Whatever it may be, smaller guys who still have an aesthetic physique, a guy who looks like Ramon Dino, perhaps 10 or 15 pounds smaller. I would love to see it. The fans would love to see it. They would have different types of physiques, and it would make for a much more interesting competition. I would love to see classic physique light added to the Mr. Olympia Championships rather than watching the 212, because the 212 class, like Keon Pearson, Sean Clarida, and so on, they could move up in the open and compete with the big boys. And so let me know in the comment section, would you want to see classic physique light? And so there you have it, the close of the Mr. Olympia. It was a very exciting competition. I believe classic physique is equal or on par with open bodybuilding. And let's hope they can open it up to classic physique light. I feel like the men in the board shorts category, they all want to pose. I mean, every pose, it's this, and they all want to flex, but they don't have the chance to flex because they're not quite big enough for classic physique. And so it's got to be classic physique light. Perhaps we could see some of those guys doing that and actually hitting a front double bicep. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops, the cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Click on the link, try all the things out. And until next time, get ready for the Nipstein files.